What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the CAR-NIVORES YouTube channel. Today we're going to be checking out this EVO I, baby, taking me back to my Gran Turismo 1 days. Yes. Anyway, this is going to be one of our feature videos. If you haven't watched any of those, you should. Maybe you'll be introduced to something cool. We're actually going to be filming a few of them while we're here at this park with a few friends of mine. If you want to be featured on one of these videos and you're in the Raleigh, Knightdale, Apex, Durham, whatever area, hit me up on my Instagram DMs, Facebook, whatever, with a picture of your car, and then I'll tell you what we can do. We can set something up, etc. These videos are super fun to make, regardless of views. I don't do this for views. I do this for the culture, and I want people to see unique things. I want them to understand why car guys are car guys, why we make the decisions we make, you know, why we are in love with things. And I think these videos are a good way to express that for car culture. And it's because there's a lot of that you can do with the money that you may pay for a Hellcat or something like that, and get something very unique. And those are the kind of things I want to introduce to people. But whatever, I'm rambling. This is my man Dan.
Hello, hello.
Who you should have seen on the channel if you are a avid watcher. He helped us with the turbo build on Tyler's Mirage. I'll link that up top. We did not get to see the EVO I in that video, but we did talk about it for a second, and they actually did mostly finish the turbo swap. I just was not able to be there for that. So hopefully we'll get the Mirage after it's done being tuned. We'll get it on the channel. We may even go test drive it and stuff like that, right? Maybe even race.
Ooh, that sounds really good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to pass it on to Dan. He's going to tell you about his car, why he has this car, why he loves this car. Hopefully you will love his car as much as he loves it, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, so tell us what made you get an EVO I? How did this start?
So, like many, you had mentioned it earlier, I grew up playing Gran Turismos. Kind of fell into the Japanese car culture early on when most people didn't really care about it. 90s rally, Group A racing, you know,
absolutely.
Of course 80s Group B, you know, all that good stuff. But I just really loved the early on, you know, before wide body kits, the more understated looks, the kind of just, it's just getting down to business, and here's the car. You know, this specific car, honestly, other than the spoiler and the, you know, intercooler, you probably couldn't tell it from a Mirage. And I like that. I like the understated look a lot. And don't get me wrong, EVO 3, EVO 5, 6, you know, 8, 9, 10, they're very aggressive, beautiful, great cars. Just something about the old school, no frills, lightweight, just here it is. There
is something very genuine about how bare bones this one is for it to be '1, because the other ones look like they had to start compensating for the fact that this car was so dominant. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And to kind of get into this specific car, this is the RS trim, so no ABS.
Oh shit.
You know, manual climate control.
Oh shit.
You know, obviously no traction control, none of that stuff.
Okay.
But it's I'm gonna pop the trunk for you also.
Oh, all right.
One of the other selling points to the RS trim is the lack of sound deadening. There is,
oh, this is stock.
Yeah, this is bone stock, rust and all. But yeah, it's just the only sound deadening in the entire car is a thin carpet on the inside. Otherwise, this is how it came from the factory. There is a little like cloth cover, but I don't have anything to kind of hold it up, and it looks a little janky. Yeah,
I see where it used to sit.
Yeah, so other than that though, this is just how it is. You know, no sound deadening on nothing. But you know, RS trim is just super lightweight. It's not a daily, so I don't mind that the creature comforts aren't present. You know, it's the lightest Evo ever made. You know, every subsequent year they just got heavier and heavier. And
I heard the weight distribution started getting destroyed too as it got heavier.
Yes and no, for the sense that they actually, by the EVO 4, swapped the powertrain around 180 degrees for a little bit better weight distribution. But like anything else, it just kept getting heavier. And, you know, being a transverse layout, it's more front heavy than more 50-50 per se.
Gotcha.
But overall, though, you can't beat it. The RS trim stock is 2,560 pounds.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, all-wheel drive setup. It is turbo. So, you know, all these little things that adds weight. But it's a, you know, it's a...
Yeah, it weighs nothing.
It's a tin can.
Yeah, it's a tin can, yeah.
But yeah, I just love getting the fact that a stock car, turbo, all-wheel drive, under 2,600 pounds is, I like that.
Okay,
like that.
Tell me about your, there's a lot going on now with the import scene. Enlighten us on your import experience. Like, did anything crazy happen? Did you find anything you weren't expecting?
So,
was it smooth?
Actually, this car has been a very rough life from the beginning.
Yeah.
Even when I got ownership of it, it died on the way back from buying it. The fuel pump failed.
No surprise there.
Which, I mean, now granted, you know, it's old.
Yeah.
And it's a Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
I'm expecting things to go wrong. The company I bought it from, it looks really good on the computer, and you know, they fluff the images up, and
as always,
you get there and that's a lot more rust than it looked like, or
yeah,
this doesn't look nice.
Where'd you end up finding the rust?
So can't really see much. You obviously got a little bit of surface rust here, nothing crazy.
Yeah, that's not
bolts
too bad.
And stuff. That's not too bad. There's actually, you know, full transparency. I don't care to hide things, you know, no big deal. You got rust here, which is pretty common in the import cars.
Yeah,
rust
that's
here.
really common. Yeah.
And you can't see it now because I actually sanded it down and painted it, but underneath there was a lot of rust, a lot. And there's actually still right now a hole about this big under the floorboard of the rear passenger seat.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's been, you know, the typical cheap Japanese respray.
Yeah.
A lot of hidden body work. This whole passenger side's actually been in a wreck. There's a lot of Bondo and stuff, so it's you know, it is what it is. I still love the car.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be one of my forever cars that I'll just eventually get to having, you know, professional body work done.
Yeah.
Getting it nice.
Yeah.
My thing was to just get it and then just slowly take my time getting it where I want it. And now that I own it, I could just kind of take my time getting there.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad. Do you feel like you still paid a good price for it, or?
I do. I ended up getting it for $16,500 out the door. You know, to the naked eye, they say, wow, you paid almost 17 grand for a Mitsubishi Mirage. I just, you know, it's the racing history, the
Rarity,
pedigree,
yeah.
you know, rare. It's the OG very first Evo.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like that in itself is just, you know, it's fantastic.
And you said how many of these were made?
So on a 1993 RS trim was roughly 1,800.
Oh my, so basically, this isn't a car that's popular in Japan, but it's rare in America. No, this thing is fucking rare, okay?
Period.
They're Japanese guys, if you're watching, hi. Look, there's one of these in America, bro. Have you seen any more?
No, and it's funny you should say that because there actually was a gentleman who owned one in Fayetteville, and yeah, I was just as surprised as you were.
What the fuck?
And but I never saw him. And apparently he sold it recently, and I don't know where it's at anymore.
Holy
but
shit,
other
the
than
military
that,
guys,
and it was
man.
an Evo 2, not a 1.
Oh, well, that don't count. That don't count. We looking for EVO 1s, man.
But no, I honestly, I haven't yet to see. I mean, honestly, that was back in 1993. There was 1,800.
Listen,
this thing's 20, you know what, 9, 8 years old.
Disclaimer, all right? You don't have to have a 1 of 1,600 car to be featured on the CAR-NIVORES YouTube channel, all right? I know we had the Polo, and then now we got this thing. And then one of the other cars over here is just as rare because they all died off the road. Don't feel discouraged of being featured just because you don't have anything super fancy or rare. We all love cars, and I want to display that for everyone, all right? This has just been kind of lucky that I've met a few guys in the car scene that have rare shit, rare and unique stuff. So that's a disclaimer, all right? Hopefully, you know, that helps some people want to be on camera.
I kind of want to touch off of what he was saying there too. Yes, it's rare, you know, it's super unique even back in the day, but you know, I kind of want to be truthful here. Like, it's not perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the furthest thing from it.
Yeah.
I know in today's day and age there's a lot of, you know, Instagram clout, there's a lot of, you know, YouTube clout and stuff. This is easy a 20-footer car, and I want the world to know that. I do. I don't want, you know, I don't want to come off like, oh yeah, man, I got perfect Evo. It's not. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of love. But if you're a genuine car enthusiast and you're a carnivore and you want one of your dream cars, whatever it may be, it's gonna take time, unless obviously, of course, you find a good one, but it's all worth it.
Yeah.
It's all worth it.
One thing I love, especially, this is one of the reasons why I do carnivores in general, is I love when people love their car. Like, there's a lot of folks, I'm not calling nobody out, there's a lot of people who own something like it's a pair of shoes. Like, oh, well, I used it, it's gone now. You know what I mean? I used it, it's gone. Oh, time for something else new. Oh, it finally broke once. I don't need it no more. I'm moving on. I'm moving on to something else. And it hurt. I mean, it benefits us in the long run. Yeah. But it's just so hurtful to see like someone just use it as an object for attention. You know what I'm saying? And like, we don't get our cars for attention. This is a deep love, and that's what carnivores represents. It's just a love for cars and just seeing things. Like, look at this lineup right here. Like, you got my G8, you got a Kona and you got a freaking S12 and a fucking Evo here. The diversity right now is insane, and that's what it's like being at any carnivores car meet if you've been to one. I know this has become kind of a, hey, carnivores is awesome kind of thing, but still, like this is, we genuinely absolutely just love our shit, even though they fucking break. Oh, they make us stress. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, so, you know, love your car, man. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money unless you know it's something that you love. Yeah. Even if you're just buying a daily, you know, love it. Drive it, see if you love it. If there's any doubt, don't buy it. Trust me, you will save yourself a lot of stress. So now that we're done rambling, let's talk about what you've actually done to the car and what you plan on doing to the car. All right,
so
let's start with the newest mod. The squirrel mod. Got some fresh pecans.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
So I figured, you know, I have a couple under the hood, you know, no horsepower.
With the turbo, you got the snails and the squirrels, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, what's going on here, man?
All right, so real quick, as far as performance goes, the only thing so far is a full exhaust from the manifold back.
Okay.
A lot of people wonder why, you know, put a tubular manifold on a stock frame turbo. Mm-hmm. Company Morrison Fabrications, they've tested dyno testing, flow charts, blah blah blah. These are proven to make more horsepower than the stock manifold or the Force Performance one. Okay. Now the only reason I changed it, period, was because my stock manifold was cracked.
Oh,
so
shit.
One thing I try to do with any car I own, especially this one, is if I'm gonna replace something,
upgrade it,
future-proof it.
Yes.
So now, whether it's an FP black, an FP green, an FP red, whatever, you know, stock frame turbo I put on this manifold will absolutely handle whatever I throw at it going forward. Okay. It's got full stainless steel exhaust from the O2 back. I actually hand built the exhaust myself. Ooh. Not a professional welder at all, but I'm very happy with it.
All right.
But yeah, so just full exhaust, still has stock intake, still stock intercooler, still stock intercooler piping. Nice. Does have a AM True Boost gauge and controller on it. Okay. So right now it's at like 15 PSI instead of the 12.
You got any numbers? Any dyno numbers?
No, not yet, unfortunately.
No need.
Most people around have a 2-wheel dyno. There is a guy in Raleigh that has a 4-wheel dyno. Yeah. So I'll try to get that in there soon. That's it for performance. I had a bad battery. I know it's a little janky right now. This will eventually be relocated.
It's so cute.
Lithium ion, it literally weighs 4.9 pounds.
Jeez.
You know, the stock one was like 30 pounds. And
the G8 one is like 80.
Squirrel power right here. Nice.
That adds 3 more horsepower.
Mid-meal. And other thing, while we're under the hood, is, you know, this bracing. I don't know what brand it is, where it came from.
Came with the car.
Yeah, it was already on the car.
Those TNs? Coilovers?
No, so these are actually Fortune Autos. Oh. I've had TN before, great, they rode great, but I just wanted to try something different, and so far so good. They seem to be riding perfect. Thank you, Fortune, for making a good part for an obscure car. So that's pretty much it under the hood. Pretty basic, honestly.
Look at the Michelins, man.
Here we have, this car actually came with 4x114.3.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's not very common in America. No, the 4x100 is, but that does me no good. Yeah. So instead of finding some weird wheels or whatever, I ended up actually doing a hub swap from the 4-lug to the 5-lug. And I was able to procure a set of EVO 10 Enkis They are 18 by 8.5, and yes, they rub. Yes, they're chewing up the fender liner. But I got 245/40 Michelins on it, and this thing just
grips, right?
It just grips. I mean, it's absolutely
look at that tuck, man.
And it's just straight through exhaust all the way. There's no cat or anything.
Yeah.
All the way to a vibrant, stubby muffler. Luckily, even though being straight pipe just a one muffler, it is pretty quiet. You know,
yeah.
being turbo, so small turbo, it's not very loud.
Actually, let's hear it while we're here. Woo! I don't know what it is about these fucking Mitsubishis, man, but even Tyler's Mirage sounds awesome. Man. Well, we're gonna go for a ride. Let's keep it safe, you know. I don't wanna hurt the gym here. And get some moving shots. We didn't talk about it much because it's a pretty bare bones interior. Oh, yeah. But this shit is nice, bro. Look at these seats, man. I like it. It smells good. Black ice, right?
Yes, sir.
It is.
So it rattles.
Oh,
it's great. It probably rattled off the showroom floor, honestly.
Yeah, most likely.
Bare bones Mitsubishi in the 90s.
How stiff you got the suspension?
It's not too bad.
Not too bad?
I don't remember the exact actual spring rates.
Yeah.
But it's not too bad.
So how long did it take for you to learn how to drive with the opposite hand?
The actual driving aspect, just a few minutes. You know, the gears are still in the correct location. The clutch, brake, gas pedals, all the same location. The difficult part though was I found myself drifting to the left. You know, it's definitely, when you're a passenger, it doesn't matter because you're not concentrated on driving. But driving on the right, I kind of found myself drifting to the left.
Yeah, because we're used to lining ourselves up on that side of the street.
But
so
honestly,
that we're not hanging over. Other
than that, you know, and I've talked to a few other gentlemen who have right-hand drive vehicles. It's really not that bad. Yeah, it just takes a couple minutes to get used to, but it's pretty normal after just like maybe 2 weeks or so.
And you just can't drive fast, can't get fast food, huh? Unless you have a passenger.
So Zaxby's in Smithfield, for whatever reason they weren't too happy. I actually went through in reverse, and it's only time I did it just to do it. But yeah, it's I know Mike. He has an imported WRX. He just has one of them grabber arms, and he'll just like grab it. But yeah, otherwise I usually just go inside.
Gotcha. Found a fucking dope ass street.
That was awesome.
What the fuck? Holy shit, I'm coming here as soon as the vet's fixed. Like, what the fuck?
That was like a sick road.
Yeah, dude. Wow. But yeah, this thing definitely rubs.
It rubs like crazy. Dude, look, even some more.
Yeah, even more roads. Well, Tyler's been holding out. He should have known about this.
Doesn't he live like in this
he lives
area?
up the street, yeah. this is an experience. Just watching this thing go down the road is a pleasure. Just because it's such a fucking classic, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And this is something that you will only see in video games. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that thing that, like, it's one of those cars that you're never going to want to say that you don't have this anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
To me, it's going to be one of my forever cars.
Yeah.
You know, I've been through a few and I've loved many. This one is not going anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't let it go anywhere either. This is fucking dope, man. This is a gem for sure. And for the price, you can't even get nothing else like this now.
I mean, honestly, to a lot of people, they probably think, oh, that's a lot of money for like an older kind of beat up car, but
Yeah.
under 17 for an Evo,
A JDM
in general,
rare Evo.
yeah, like, I feel like that's pretty good regardless.
Even the Polo, like, I was like, man, that's a fucking deal, because it's so rare. Like, that thing, it's the fact that it's desirable across the entire planet, or it will be at one point.
Absolutely.
When everyone finally fucking figures it out.
What it is, yeah.
Yeah, like right now, the Celica GT4s have finally blown up. But they've been legal, right?
Yeah. For a while.
For a while. But now all of a sudden people are like, oh wait, these were awesome. Yeah. Let's buy those.
Well, I mean, honestly, and one of the biggest things that pushes me towards this car in general is, you know, it's the classic 3. Supra, Skyline, RX-7, you know, maybe NSX. A lot of people forget.
Hey, Subaru SVX 3000 GT.
No, I'm saying, like, that's what, you know, a lot of people, they only think JDM, they think Super Skyline.
Yeah.
You know, and there's a lot of other great vehicles out there that I feel like, even though I love that it didn't get the spotlight because I got in at a decent price.
Exactly, they get overlooked.
But they get overlooked, yeah. I love unique vehicles, I always have. You know, I still appreciate other vehicles.
Yeah.
But I like the unique.
Even Corvettes.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. In my opinion, best bang for the buck sports car period right now.
Not for long. Well, damn, man, that was fun. I'm definitely in love. If I was a car collector, this would definitely be something on my list for sure. You know, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
On catching one of those, man. Because like we said multiple times, it was just one of those things that you probably didn't think about because it's overshadowed by so many other things around its time.
Honestly, it's overshadowed by its own Evo brethren.
By its own Evos, yeah, because that's cool, man. That's really cool.
Thank you.
So thank you for being a feature on the channel. Hopefully we'll have him back on here soon. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Honestly, it was a blast.
What's it like being on YouTube? Tell the folks.
It's fun, man. Honestly, I get like this little giddy feeling. It's very cool. Like it's, you know, you show off your pride and joy. You're hanging out with other like-minded people. It's good. It's fun.
All right. Well, hopefully that gets some of you off your asses and hit me up so that we can do some stuff. You can take me for a ride. I may or may not drive your car if you want me to. We gotta go through the legal reasons on doing that. You know. You know, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have insurance for your shit. So, but anyway, so thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit us up if you want to be featured. We're gonna go ahead and start knocking out these other videos, man. Y'all have a good one.